Selamat datang and welcome. Here I have the results, a revised roti that I'll show you later on and what I improved. But most importantly, have you had aubergine that's soft, mushy, and generally not great to eat? In this video, I'll show you how to improve on that and to put it to the test. I will soak it and cook it for 6 hours in this curry dish to show it can withstand the pressure. So let's get into it. So, similar to the previous ones, except slight difference. I'm just going to, I put some oil, not oil, some flour on this, just to give it a bit more, hopefully I'll give it a bit more strength, because I noticed previously, I broke at certain parts. So I'm just going to roll it up and then I'm going to lay it out, and then I've got my little roller this time, so to try and roll it as thin as I can. So I'm just going to roll it out, and then, assuming I managed to do it, because with the flour, I think I got basically a bit too much traction on it. But yeah, that's okay. We are fine. You can see. So I'm just going to take out the extra, and in fact, just roll it out as well. So yeah, I've got the extra, and then I'm going to now. I need an empty spot. This was the only part I could find, so I'm just going to fold it, hopefully as thin as I can, that I can make it out of this. And with this roller, it will be able to come out quite thin. But yeah, with the flour, it definitely helps. If you compare to my previous attempts, you can see it's not breaking as easily as it did last time. So dusting it definitely did help with that. So I'm going with that. Let's see how big I can make it this time. I've got quite a bit of hope on that. So let's see how much of the pan I can cover. But yeah, that's the idea. So I've got my pan heated up. I'm going to oil it, and then I'm going to get it ready. But as you can see, it's much bigger now if you compare it to my previous attempts to do this. So that was achieved through a combination of flour, a proper roller this time. So I'm just oiling up. That's probably a bit too much oil, but that's okay. We will see how much we end up with. I'm going to heat up the pan, and then we're just going to straight away put it in. So doesn't have to be super hot fire. I'm gonna go pop this in, and that's it. So we're gonna start cooking this up, assuming it gets hot enough to do that. But yeah, that's basically it. And now I'm gonna get started on the second one. 250 gram puff pastry roll, and I'm just breaking into 3 to make 3 roti canai per pack. So yeah, because I don't want it too small, I don't want it too, that's the general idea. And then as you can see, I'm coming back to it, because and then with this it gets pretty elastic, so it's quite good. I mean, much better than my first attempts at doing it. So at least I can make a bigger one. And then I'm just coming back to pick up some of the excess flour. And then with the flour, you get a bit of elasticity now that I did not have, I must admit, in my first couple of experiments using the puff pastry. So you can consider this as progress. But yeah, it's basically learnings from the previous times. But yeah, so I'm just going to do this up. So keep an eye on the layers, that you don't make it too thin in certain areas, and in other areas it's not thin enough. But yeah, but it will work. Click on this guy, see what's happening. Let me just add a bit more light on that. Ooh, okay. Not sure what's happening. Yep, now it's okay. I stuck a bit, so I'm just going to go flip it first. So let's try something new with our aubergine. I'm going to, so I've got them cut up in very nice pieces, and what we're just going to do is break them up, put them into this bowl, which may be a bit too small, I don't know, we will see. And then we're just going to marinate it Yeah, I know it's funny, but we're just going to marinate. Yeah, I need a bigger bowl. So let me come back with a bigger bowl, and then we're going to marinate it in a mixture of roughly 10 or 15 grams of salt plus a fair bit of vinegar, and just get it all in there. And the purpose of doing this is to maintain the color texture, but removing as much as possible excess water. So let's come back to that. So let's go with the salt, controlling the amount. I'm just going to go agak again as always. Roughly 10-15 grams. But yeah, just liberally salt the whole thing. This is to draw excess water out, and it's supposed to help keep the color as well, but I don't know. The general idea is to marinate it for roughly 10 or 15 minutes, but I think longer is also okay. So we're just going with that. I don't know how much vinegar I'm putting in, but yeah, let's just go with that. Enough to cover and make sure everything is well spread out. So that's the key point. So just to make sure everything is well spread out, and you should be fine. So let's come back and see what happens in a short while. Yeah. So I've been I've been using this to continue clearing up my pantry, and that's the Assam seafood paste. I added a lot of stuff. So I added curry powder, I added more galangal powder, I added what's this, lemongrass powder. I've also added a whole bunch of curry leaf powder that is new for me now. And then I added vegetarian belacan, which because I have, it does smell like belacan, I must say. I can show you that. And yeah, that's basically it. And now it's cooking up, and this is my premium vegetarian belacan powder. I don't know, I can't tell you if it tastes the same, but that's what I have. Well, that's doing, wow, look at the amount of water that's come out of this. So more or less more than 10 minutes now. I'm going to give it a couple of more minutes, and basically we're going to not rinse it, but wash it off somehow. But look at the color, it's stayed remarkably clear, and that's what we want. No brownings, of course. Also forgot to mention, no lighting here, but I've got some of this asam keping that I'm going to put in as well. I've washed them, so yeah. So it has been soaking for easily more than 20 minutes. I've added fresh water just to clear up, but I have to tell you, it seeped out a lot of water, and look at the color. I mean, the color looks great. So I'm starting to squeeze. So as I said, I added fresh water in here to wash off the salt and the vinegar, and I'm just squeezing out excess water, and then I'm just adding it and putting it to the curry. And you actually don't need to do it so early, but because I'm going out, so I'm just doing it early, so I don't have to rush when I get in. But yeah, this looks like it's turning out great. I mean, there's no browning, and it's soft. So in theory, this is actually ready for stir fry, and you actually don't need a lot of oil to cook it. So yeah, I think this way of marinating the aubergine is great for it. So let's come back to it, and let's finish up everything else. So it's been almost 6 hours that this has been cooking slowly. I've not done super high heat on it, so it's mainly just low and slow. And yeah, it's been cooking. My wife actually tested it earlier on, before I even finished it, which I'm doing now with the yogurt. I'm using yogurt as a thickener. I was thinking of using mashed potato powder as well, but my wife just wanted yogurt, so I'm just going with yogurt just to thicken it. Although my wife was perfectly happy with the thinner style of curry, which is more like asam at this juncture, per the sachet. Even though I later added a lot of curry powder to give it more like a curry body in the taste, which it has for sure. But yeah, so I'm not going to put too much yogurt, but if you want it thicker, of course, feel free to put as much yogurt as you want. That's up to you. You can obviously do that. But yeah, it also depends on what you like and what you prefer. So for my wife, it's mostly the thicker, the thinner type of curry. So I'm going with that. Brinjals, eggplants done really well. You can see the color has changed, but the texture is not mushy. So the texture has held itself very well, I must say that. And I'm just going to put the rest of the yogurt in, and I'm going to use. And we're just stirring it up. So now I'm going to prepare the stuff that we're going to actually eat this with. And I was thinking of what I wanted to eat this with, but I've instead just gone with a simple roti canai or puff pastry that I'm just going to make in a short while. So I'm just going to do that and let's get to it. So while I get the curry ready, I'm just going to taste test it. But for seasoning, I didn't use too many different things, but I basically use a type of yeast. I can't remember the name of it for now, but that's the primary flavoring. I also use umami powder, which is like basically MSG, primarily flavored it with, and also some, sorry for that, some salt. And let's taste. Yeah, that's great, and that's what we want. So I've got this done, and I'm ready to conclude. And to answer those who said my attempts were too thin last time, look at the layers. I mean, look at that layers. Yeah, that's roti canai layers for you. And let's go with our curry. I've got a small amount here that I'm just going to put in. Let's go with that. Yeah, roti canai. Super easy. And look at that. Flavorful with the curry. And yeah, I'm going to cook up a batch more. As you can see. Wow, I didn't even need to oil it again. So I just threw it on straight. And one thing I learned, or I was testing out just now, is if the folds get too long, to prevent it like this, you could just fold it back and then roll it out to thin it out again, so you don't get too thick at the edges, and that works really well. But yeah, that's my conclusion. And with roti canai, this works really well. So that's it for dinner, yeah. And thanks for watching as always. So we have concluded, and let me move my flour away. I've got my vegetable curry. Look at that. I'm going to use this way of marinating the brinjal for later on recipes, to come back to some favorite recipes for stir-fried aubergine or brinjal. So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, I'm going to finish this dinner with the vegetable curry. And that's great. So, as always, thank you very much for watching. Jemput makan. And see you in the next one, and watch my videos. Thanks, as always. Like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.